Hi, this is Matthew. Welcome to another Love Tip, daily Love Tip from Love Buddy, lovebuddy.com. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Hope everything's going great for you. Just wanted to share with you some things today about self-confidence. Confidence. This is kind of a very interesting topic. It's a fascinating topic because it's one of the most misunderstood concepts. Why does somebody feel confident? Why should you feel confident? I remember studying about self-esteem, self-confidence, self-image. How much do we value ourselves? And going around and around in circles with that. And I felt that one part of me, yeah, was quite confident, but I felt like another part of me wasn't really confident at all. I remember I was talking to my sister when I was in sixth grade or seventh grade or something like that. She was with a group of her friends, and they were all older, and I was, of course, always infatuated with all of my sister's girlfriends. And they were saying, "Oh, what do we like so much about a man?" And after mentioning some not so savory things, they did say confidence, and I thought, "Wow, yeah, I want to be attractive. I want to be desired." Um, and I said to my sister, "Am I confident?" Even at the time, I knew it was I was kind of telling on myself. Anyway, when it comes to confidence, there can be misunderstandings because there are people that are quite confident. They act confident, they're forceful, they throw away the idea of considering what's best for the person. I had somebody who was a so-called friend who used to say, "That's a good deal for you," and it became a joke amongst our circle of friends that he would say, when he would try to talk me into something, he'd say, "Oh, that's a good deal for you." He's a banker and 401k salesman, and his job was to manipulate and deceive people into purchasing, and he was really quite good at it. I mean, he got away with it, and he made a lot of money at it. But that confidence now, what good is confidence when we can be riddled with self-doubt? One time I was going to a seminar. Part of the seminar was to pick your closest friends, ask them to evaluate you, ask them what their opinion is of you. And I remember we were sitting at a bar, and I said, "Hey, I got to do this for this seminar. I want to ask you this question." I asked him. He was squirming. His face turned red. He was so nervous, and there were times that I saw him that he would get that way. So when he's in his element, he is magic. But when he was not in his element, when he was not reciting his memorized speeches, his memorized strategies, he didn't have any confidence at all. He was lost. Well, how do we stop from being lost? You know the answer already, because that's what we're all about here. We're all about love. And if you understand love, of course you're not going to get lost. You're not going to feel, where do I go? Who am I? What do I do? What am I here for? Why am I here? And when we lack confidence, we usually are wondering, who am I? What value do I have? Why am I here? What good am I? What purpose am I serving? Am I qualified to even be here being who I am? And when you have love as your foundation, you don't ask those questions anymore, because you realize we all deserve to be here. We're all deserve to have a chance to do our best, to contribute to the world, to be where we are at the moment. We have that right. We have that privilege. We have that freedom. We don't need to doubt ourselves, because we're not misrepresenting ourselves. We're not getting ourselves in situations to where we're pretending that we're qualified when we're not. We're not being deceptive. We're not manipulating. So you can be completely confident. I remember I tried this technique after doing sales for years and years. When I was a kid, I was selling seeds door to door. Then I was selling newspaper subscriptions. Then I was selling bicycles, and I was selling jewelry, and I was selling carpet cleaning. I had my own carpet cleaning company, and that's one of the times that I developed my own sales ideas. One of the ideas that worked really well for me was, it was before the book Relationship Selling came out, but it was a similar kind of an idea. The idea was this: build a relationship, build trust, build understanding, build confidence in the person so that they feel comfortable with you. And I knew that I wasn't, I didn't have the most powerful carpet cleaning unit in the world that was available, that was outside of my budget. So I focused on shopping malls, and shopping malls wouldn't allow those big units to come inside or keep the doors open while they run the hoses through. You had to lock the doors. That's the idea about security with the shopping mall after hours. So I had the best portable unit that was available in the world, and I was confident about that. And if there was a stain, a spot on the floor, on the carpet that I couldn't get, I would tell them. I could confidently tell them, I don't know, I have this kit, and I have a bunch of different chemicals in this kit, a bunch of different techniques. That looks like it's probably from this or that. And then I didn't have to say, yeah, for sure I can do it. I didn't have to sell them. I just had to say, look, I'm just going to do my best. I think I can do it. And I pretty much always could. Worst case, when you run into what was called red dye #3, it molecularly will bind with the fibers of the carpet. You have to literally cut out that carpet and patch it. And sometimes even had to do that. But I had confidence because I was being honest. When I got into the computer industry in 1985, I became a consultant. I would tell people, look, I don't have a lot of experience. I'm new at this. I'm going to do the best I can. And I could confidently tell them that. I wasn't trying to misrepresent myself. I wasn't trying to deceive. I wasn't trying to manipulate. I certainly was trying to be persuasive. I certainly wanted their business, and they knew that. But they could easily walk away. And when you're honest with people, when you're open with people, there's a confidence that comes from that. There's the confidence that comes from the sincerity, being genuine, and that's from the power of love. It's from the power of love. That confidence comes from the power of love. Because you believe in love, you believe in yourself, you trust yourself. Because there's no game, no trick going on there. And people invariably would hire me to do their computer work, and it worked out quite well because I did my best. I was able to deliver, and they didn't have to pay through the nose, and they didn't have to pay for something that was way overpriced because I discounted my rates because I knew it was maybe going to take me a little bit longer, or maybe I was going to make a mistake or two along the way, and that was totally fine. So when you're genuine with people, when you're honest with people, when you're not trying to trick them, you can feel that you feel confident about that. There's nothing you're afraid of. When you're dealing in a romantic situation, when you're dealing with a situation with friends, when you're dealing with business or anybody, any situation at all, if you're not trying to misrepresent yourself, if you're just being yourself, and you love yourself and you appreciate yourself, that's all you need. And you can be confident, and you can feel confident. So don't be confused about confidence when the quarterback on the football team seems to want to assert himself everywhere because he's so proud that he's such a great quarterback. But maybe every other area in life, or many other areas in life, he's not that skilled. But he thinks because he's famous, because he's popular, because people admire his skills on the field, that somehow that translates into other areas, and it just doesn't. Not necessarily at all. People show confidence sometimes. They're overbearing. They're manipulative. They're dominating, or at least domineering. And that's a false kind of confidence, because those people, when you take them out of their element, when you question them, when you challenge them, and they're not calling the shots anymore, but they have to deal with you on an equal basis, that false confidence falls away. So the only real confidence we're going to get is from being genuine, from being honest, from being open-hearted, from being respectful, from being kind, and from being ourselves. And that kind of confidence only comes from love, because those are the qualities of love. And that's real confidence. And that goes all the way down, and it doesn't shake. That doesn't fall apart. And that is never out of its element. Because love is everywhere. Okay, that's the love tip for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is the love tip for the 25th of July, 2019. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope your life is filled with love. I love you. Share the love. Thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.